Welcome to another week here at the Pagan Perspective. I am your Monday host, Kyle, and sorry I didn't post a video last week. I had a substitute, but I guess Andrew didn't have time to post a video, or if he forgot something. Hopefully nothing bad happened to him. So this week's topic is reincarnation, and let's go on with the video. So this week's topic is reincarnation, past lives and parallel lives, which I don't really know that much about, so I'm not going to really talk about that. But I do believe in past lives and reincarnation. They're kind of the same thing if you think about it. And yeah, here we go. So let's start with past lives. Or actually, let's start with when you die. So when you die, I believe that you go to Summerland, which is kind of like a mass green field with flowers and all that wonderful stuff. So it's basically summer all the time. It's not too hot, not too cold. It's like the perfect weather. It's like sunny all the time, obviously. And you go there and you see your loved ones that have died in the life that you just died from. You can meet with the god and goddess and talk about what you went through in your life. And when you're ready, you do move on from Summerland and live another life. And the reason for this is because you have lessons to learn in each life. So say that, I don't know, what would a lesson be? Say in one life you always lied or you stole stuff from people all the time. And, your mission in the next life would be to tell the truth and, not steal stuff. And you go through all these lives, learning each lesson, and being the best person you can be. And then ultimately you do not go to Summerland and you unite with the All or the god and goddess, and I don't really know what happens after that. You just not exist anymore, or you just are with them all the time, you just live with them or whatever. I'm not too sure about that. I haven't really thought about it since I think that I have a long way to go until then. But I do really love the fact that you can relive your lives. You can look back on them because there's so much stuff that happens in your everyday life that you don't really pick up on. Say that your friend was depressed or whatever, and you didn't pick up on it until a certain point, but when you look back on it, you can see little hints and stuff that could have led to you knowing that they were depressed earlier on, but you never really noticed it because you could have been just worried about yourself or whatever. Which is also another great thing. You should keep your eyes open to everything around you and just not yourself, because I know in my life my problems come first. When I have a problem, I deal with it and I don't really care about anybody else's problem, but I really should. I've been trying to focus on other people. When I have a problem, just put my stuff aside, and since theirs is probably more dramatic than mine, I tend to help them first, or just talk to them about it. So I edited out this part by accident. There's this book series I read called Percy Jackson, and he's the son of a sea god. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Greek mythology, but there's this whole demigod society, and it's the children of the gods and immortal, and then their kids. And in the first book, they have to go into Hades or the underworld, and obviously not that many people follow the Greek gods nowadays, but everybody in the world is in the underworld, dying or after they died. So I think he asked, I would reference the page, but I don't remember what page it was on, but he asked one of his members with him on the quest, and he's like, why is everybody here? Because Christians obviously believe in heaven and a bunch of other religions believe in different things. And they said that it's just on what you think you're seeing. So, pagans see Summerland, or at least I see Summerland. Christians see heaven, hell, that kind of stuff, which I just think is a totally cool idea. So it's we're all striving for the same thing, but we just perceive it differently. So obviously the people who do follow the Greek gods see the underworld and Hades and the field of asphodel and all that stuff. And the Christians will see, heaven or hell depending on what they did in their life. So yeah, it's just a great thing to think about. So, when a Christian or something comes after you and you're like, you're gonna go to hell, blah 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 blah, you would say, well, we all pretty much believe in the same thing. It's just how we perceive it. Most gods that we do follow are good natured and obviously have both their good and evil side, but we want to become one with them and be the best person we can be in any religion. So, what's to make, why should it matter what religion we follow or path we follow when we're all striving for the same thing, to be the best person we can be? I think I'm losing my voice. But yeah, so I do believe in reincarnation, but I do not believe that you come back as an animal or something like that. I guess you possibly could be if you decided to. So you could help someone, you could be their familiar or whatever, and help someone through a certain time in their life, and then leave, kind of like in Charmed when Kit, the Charmed one's cat, is there for them in the first years of their practice, and then she leaves at some point, so her job there was done. And I think I remember reading in one book that I think it was Silver Ravenwolf or something, The Story of Magic Cauldron, I don't know, it was one of those. And she said that, it was talking about circle casting or whatever, and she said that children and pets are welcome in and out of the circle, and you don't have to open a door for them, because they are innocent and they are one with the god and goddess, which I do understand completely, because children, they're just free souls and they don't really have that much to worry about. Because I remember being a child and thinking that everybody was holding hands and they were all happy together, and growing up, I have recently learned that certain people didn't like certain people throughout my childhood, like my mom. She didn't like certain, my friend's parents, and I used to have a good friend of mine, and I always used to go over her house and stuff, but her family kind of is a little off their rocker. So, they're not it wasn't a very safe household for me to be in, but my mom let me go anyway because I was friends with her. And, but, there was always something off about them, and my mom, knew that. So, I've recently learned that she didn't like them at all, but she still let me go over. So, yeah, I kind of branched out on this topic, but, yes. So, I do believe in reincarnation, past lives, you go... I do believe in past life regression, but I've never had it done before, but I would love to, but I don't really know how. So, I think it would be awesome to, look back on yourself, and I think that it's a great source of knowledge for you now, to, know about your past lives, to see what you have achieved in your past lives, or who you were, and what you can learn from them. So yeah, have a great week, everyone, and I shall see you next week here on The Pagan Perspective, and stay tuned for Carl later today, because this video is late.